right, Bleacher Report named Detroit Pistons one of the most improved teams in the NBA. The 5 other teams was the Lakers, the Spurs, the Cavs, the Houston Rockets, and I believe that maybe the Phoenix Suns were another one. And yeah, those were the last 5. Those were the other 5 teams. And let's talk about it. Check out Detroit Piston Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. So yeah, basically it's centered around what the Pistons didn't do more than what they did do, and what they're gonna do in the future. And they basically said that it was smart not to throw a whole bunch of unnecessary money at a role player like Cam Johnson. How it was smart not to go after PJ Washington and put that money into expiring contracts, and Joe Harris, and I forget who the other one was, and put those monies and tie them up in expiring contracts so they can have cap space next summer when their names will be more plentiful in free agency. They're basically saying that, Monty Morris can kind of do what Ricky Rubio did for Monty Williams, and, the Joe Harris pickup, spacing the floor, shooting, and Short Thompson. An article didn't really mention about Cade Cunningham returning to the lineup, but for the most part, I mean, they did, I think the number one remedy for them to improve was just the coach and their health and the coach. A lot of these dudes just can't stay healthy. When you talk about Duran had some injury last year. Cade obviously had an injury last year. Wiseman, he off and on injured throughout his career. Low sodium beef stew had some injuries throughout his career. It's a number of guys, who had injuries. So a lot of the injuries got a lot to do with their lack of progression, but also the coaching. No structure, no discipline, no system, period, defensively or offensively. But, I think they did a good job, bringing in Sasser, bringing in Monty Morris. I mean, they bench got a ton of shooting. Bojanovic, Sasser, Monty Morris, Isaiah Livers, Alec Burke. I mean, they got shooters galore. Now, who we think might be the starting lineup, they lack shooting. Kay, Ivy, Ashore, Stewart, and Duran. And I'm not worried about Duran being able to shoot the ball. They lack shooting, but defensively their potential is through the roof. So coach-wise and health-wise is just the biggest boost that they got to improve. They've had talent, it's just that the talent has no structure. Talent has minimum structure. So now you offer some structure with Monty Williams, put them in the system, and we gonna not shoot threes unless that's our strength. We gonna attack the rim. We gonna have something to structure us, or keep us on point. So but I mean, yeah, you like what Phoenix did. You like LA. I don't get the hype around that. They brought back a whole bunch of guys that they didn't get nobody. I think health would be another good reason that the Lakers are going to be good. They should be more healthy. And another year playing together. I mean, San Antonio, you win the #1 pick. You had, Victor Wembanyama. Can't knock that. I mean, Cleveland, I don't know what they did. Can't really think about much, but they had a good team already. So if they improved on top of having that good team, they're going to be even more dangerous. So, Cleveland, just Donovan Mitchell can't get over that first round hump. Wherever he at. Talks about them possibly shopping Darius Garland. I don't know if those was parodies, those was fake reports, or whatever. But, the Pistons got an uphill battle in that division. I mean, I think Milwaukee time is winding down, coming to an end. They getting older. Who else we got up there? Indiana is on the rise. Chicago kind of plummeting. You hear talks about Zach LaVine possibly getting traded. Who else in that division? It's Milwaukee. Cleveland is really, really good. So, Cleveland might be looking to really shift those gears and take over the Eastern Conference, or the Central Division, and possibly the Eastern Conference division. But they didn't mention about getting Cade Cunningham back healthy, man. But if he can stay healthy and start to figure their way out, him, Ivy, and the rest of those guys. It should be interesting, but I don't really think they have the hype behind them that they had the hype behind them last offseason. I think everybody was in agreement that it was a good offseason, but the one thing that was going to hold them back last year was Dwayne Casey and, and injuries. And those are the two things that held them back the most. So, but yeah, I think they could be on the up and up for sure. I think they could be on the up and up. But I think it was more optimism heading into the last season, and that instantly got halted. When the season started, and people jumped off that bandwagon. So I think they find a little bit, more under the radar this offseason amongst Detroit Pistons fans and kind of what they building, what they building this year. But you give somebody $100 million like Monty Williams, you know what I'm saying, and Popovich got what, $78 million or a little bit more than Monty contract would be worth at least $100. So with incentives, Monty's still contract is still worth more than Greg Popovich, and Popovich damn sure don't deserve that money. Let's keep it real. You can make a case that Monty Williams don't either, but Popovich been without Tim Duncan and David Robinson. Popovich be getting that ass popped. Let's call it a spade a spade. He really need to retire. Remember, they was damn near ready to petition him not to coach Team USA anymore because the game has passed them by. And it's not that the X's and O's is any different. It's the social skills with these guys. You can't be yelling and screaming at these guys. These kids didn't grew up in a whole totally different environments. And the parents going to justify it too. They ain't used to hostile environments. They ain't used to getting yelled at. They ain't used to being that military, being punctual. They ain't used to it. But the Pistons definitely improved. I can't really call them the most improved team in the National Basketball Association, but they definitely have improved. That's what we can give them. Just from a health standpoint, a club coaching standpoint of view, and the shooting that they got coming off the bench or the shooting that they added. I still think people think it should be a move or two to be made, but if they go into the season with this roster, I think they still would be fine. But next year they have a ton of money, so we'll see what happens. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out the Detroit Piston Talk playlist for more videos like this. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or just Spotify and Anchor. I'm sorry. But the link tree, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, I'm all there. But yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. I think a lot of people was hyped last year. I mean, shoot, you had them introduce Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duren at Rouge Park. So you got to understand it was a lot of excitement. So maybe not a biggest splash this year, obviously, but kind of big disappointment not getting the #1 pick. But maybe a bigger splash on the horizon if they start winning. Peace.